Welcome to Chapter 7, Analyzing Business Markets. In this chapter, we will figure out the following questions. What is organizational buying? What buying situations do business buyers face? Who participates in the business-to-business buying process? How do business buyers make their decisions? In what ways can business-to-business companies develop effective marketing programs? How can companies build strong loyalty relationships with business customers? How do institutional buyers and government agencies do their buying? Frederick E. Webster Jr. and Yoram Wind define organizational buying as a decision-making process by which formal organizations establish the need for purchased products and services and identify, evaluate, and choose among alternative brands and suppliers. Any firm that supplies components for products is in the business-to-business marketplace. More dollars and items change hands in sales to business buyers and to consumers. Business marketers contrast sharply with consumer markets in some ways. The business marketer normally deals with far fewer, much larger buyers than the consumer market does, particularly in such industries as aircraft engines and defense weapons. Because of a smaller customer base and the importance and power of the larger customer, suppliers are frequently expected to customize their offerings to individual business and customer needs. Business goods are often purchased by trained purchasing agents who must follow their organization's purchasing policies, constraints, and requirements. More people typically influence business buying decisions. Buying committee, consisting of technical experts and even senior management, are common in the purchase of major goods. A study by McGraw-Hill found that it took 4 to 4.5 quarters to close an average industrial sale. The demand for business goods is ultimately derived from the demand for consumer goods. The total demand for many business goods and services is inelastic. That is, not much affected by price changes. The demand for business goods and services tends to be more volatile than the demand for consumer goods and services. The geographic consumption of a producer helps to reduce selling costs. Business buyers often buy directly from manufacturers rather than through intermediaries, especially items that are technically complex or expensive, such as mainsprings or aircraft. In a street rebuy, the purchasing department reorders items like office supplies and bulk chemicals on a routine basis and chooses from suppliers on an approved list. The suppliers make an effort to maintain product and service quality and often propose automatic reordering systems to save time. Out-suppliers attempt to offer something new or exploit dissatisfaction with the current supplier. Their goal is to get a small order and then enlarge their purchase share over time. The buyer in a modified rebuy wants to change product specifications, prices, delivery requirements, or other terms. This usually requires additional participants on both sides. The in-suppliers become nervous and want to protect the account. The out-suppliers see an opportunity to propose a better offer to gain some business. New task. A new task purchaser buys a product or service for the first time and offers building a new security system. The greater the cost or risk, the larger the number of participants, and the greater their information gathering, the longer the time to a decision. Webster and Wind call the decision-making unit of a buying organization the buying center. It consists of all those individuals and groups who participate in the purchasing decision-making process, who share some common goals and the risks arising from the decisions. The buying center includes all members of the organization who play any of several roles in the purchase decision process. Initiator. Users or others in the organization who request that something be purchased. Users. those who will use the product or service. In many cases, the user initiates the buying proposal and help define the product requirements. Influencers. People who influence the buying decision, often by helping define specifications and providing information for evaluating alternatives. Technical people are particularly important influencers. Deciders. People who decide on product requirements or on suppliers. Approvals. People who authorize the proposed actions of deciders or buyers. Buyers. People who have formal authority to select the supplier and arrange the purchase terms. Buyers may help shape product specifications, but they play their major role in selecting vendors and negotiating. In more complex purchases, buyers might include high-level managers. Gatekeepers. People who have the power to prevent sellers or information from reaching members of the buying center. For example, purchasing agents, receptionists, and telephone operators may prevent salespersons from contacting users or deciders. Once it has identified the type of businesses on which to focus marketing efforts, the firm must then decide how best to sell to them. The business marketer is not likely to know exactly what kind of group dynamics take place during the decision groups, and though whatever information he or she can obtain about personalities and interpersonal factors is useful. As marketers, we have to understand the purchasing procurement process, as it means that business buyers seek the highest benefit package, economic, technical, service, and social, in relationship to our market offerings costs. That's for today's session. Next time, we will continue analyzing business market. Thank you.